Hey, Jamie, how are you, sir? Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Yeah, I know
How are
we.
you doing?
I'm fantastic. I thank you for being kind of accommodating to this working environment. I know it's not typical. I wish we could have been able to like stream this a little bit better or meet more in person. So thanks for being flexible here.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. With everybody busy and everything like that, I think this is the best. This is the most ideal situation for right now.
I agree. Okay, so I know when we spoke on the phone before, we went over a couple of things that you were looking to try to do career-wise and maybe savings-wise. Maybe you hadn't start putting away as much money as you wanted to, and just thought it would at least be worth putting together a plan to try to start getting yourself in a better spot or start thinking about the future. Is that correct?
Agreed, 100%. I just finished paying off my student loans, which was a big thing for me. I wanted to have that paid off by the time I was 25.
Wow.
And I even had some extra money where I got to go off to Europe for a week. So I spent some time over in Europe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you remember? What was the highlight of that trip? Any idea? Anything you remember specifically?
Spending time in Paris was pretty cool.
Is that right?
Spending time in Berlin, where I got to see the remnants of the wall and all that stuff. So yeah, it's just all pretty cool.
Wow. And I gotta tell you, I speak to a lot of people about finances, obviously, so I get a lot of information into people's lives, and that's pretty rare that someone was diligent and responsible enough to have their student loans paid off by age 25. So congratulations to that. That's very good. Not even to mention that trip out to Europe. So kudos to you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And so okay. So kind of circling back, I know we had a little bit of an idea of what Northwest Mutual does when we talked over the phone, but just I'm going to take maybe 30 seconds to a minute to kind of rehash Northwest Mutual as a whole here. So basically what we do is we have a lot of flexibility to just dive into you, Jamie, the person, and look at your specific finances, your specific goals, in your situation, not as a whole, and then start forming a plan for you. So and a lot of times what we like to do is we like to think of it in buckets. So this is a short-term bucket, that medium-term bucket, and that long-term bucket, because money, while you may think about money as a whole, you're just throwing it into savings, you're just throwing it to the same spot. How you allocate that money and what bucket you put that money into can really help you reach a specific goal. So something I'd like to do in this meeting is set aside what are those goals, where are you financially in terms of income that's coming in, other resources, what your career arc is, and like circling back, like I said, goals meaning what do you want to do for your career in the future? Any plans to get married, if you have anybody important in your life you want to take care of, and we'll try to hash out all of those finite details and find out what bucket we need to put the money in to fit each one of those goals. So how does that sound like something we should try to dive into today?
Absolutely. I mean, that's I like how you're making this about me and what I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's what we're here for. Okay. So, and to try to get some of that, it kind of starts with some, hopefully you don't find them annoying, but just some kind of nitpicky questions about you specifically. So hopefully you don't mind sharing a little information about yourself. Maybe if you're just starting here, what are you doing right now? What's your career in?
So I work in digital media for the Journal Sentinel. So I've been doing that for about 3 years. I mean,